both predating the Pierre administration. And I rather suspect if that Timothy Harris and PAM, People's Action Movement, was still in power, we probably would not hear anything about Martinez pertaining to St. Kitts and Nevis. It's the fact that now Labour governments have returned to office in both St. Kitts and Nevis and in St. Lucia. Somebody wants to hit at the Labour governments, fraternal parties that are in government in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and in St. Lucia. So now, what was okay? What was that song by Earth, Wind and Fire? After the love is gone, what used to be right, is wrong or whatever. So, it was okay then. But now, you have to go after the Labour, governments and so on. Anyway, joining these allegations is St. Lucia's opposition leader Alan Shastey, who claims to be in possession of incriminating proof of Caribbean Galaxy's alleged corrupt deeds. When asked, however, whether his administration had knowledge of this purported incriminating evidence when the developer was first engaged in 2018, Shastey was at a loss for words. How else can he be? Shastey, there were allegations being made, and like he trails off there because they have the ellipses, the 3 dots. SNO, that's St. Lucia News Online reporter, while you were in government? Shastey, yes, while we were in government. And so that was being alleged. And so what was being alleged was that Galaxy was selling the citizenship or the real estate investment for $100,000, and by the you put down $150,000 and they say they're going to finance the rest of it. I don't really know how this works. But if in order to attract people, they say put down half and we'll finance or we'll put the rest of it. The fact is, financing means that the St. Lucia government will get its $300,000. That's what I assume it to be. Why is that a problem for Martinez, or why is that something that is amenable to court challenge by anybody if St. Lucia gives an agent the flexibility once you bring my money for me? And even if they don't bring it, and that's St. Lucia business, how does that become corrupt in the context of America or whatever it is? If we want to take short payment on something, who can tell us don't take the short payment on something? How is that a crime if it's not related to drug trafficking and money laundering and this kind of thing? I don't know, But the guy is coming and he's saying that it was being alleged while he was in office. What did you do about it? We'll hear. Let's say more. SNO reporter, what did your administration do with this allegation, Shastey? But the better person to really speak to, and I'm not passing the buck, really, is the CEO at the time, Nestor Alfred, someone I know personally and very well. So now he realizes he doesn't have a leg to stand on, because if these questions and allegations about Galaxy were happening when you were Prime Minister, when you were Minister for Finance, when your government, the United Workers' Party, was in office, how come is now you're finding fault with it? What did you do about it in terms of investigating it and taking the necessary action? Right now is Nestor Alfred. Well, from the beginning, when you start holding wrong table meetings and press conferences and issuing all kind of press releases, you should have retrieved the files on what Nestor Alfred and the CIP said at the time, including, by the way, they said that DSH did not qualify to be a CIP investment. They actually put out a report. Both Invest St. Lucia and the CIP at the time said that the DSH thing did not qualify as either a foreign direct investment or as a citizenship by investment program. They both said that at the time. They disqualified it as being eligible for either of those two considerations. Anyway, so here you say Nestor Alfred, he would have actually more hands on details. The opposition leader finally revealed that when his administration carried its due diligence, there was no evidence proving any misconduct at Caribbean Galaxy's part. Proving any misconduct on Caribbean Galaxy's part was found. But when I brought up the issue, right, the board told me, that's the CIP board, that they had not found any evidence to confirm that that was the case. They told you that as far as they're concerned, there's nothing wrong, nothing untoward, nothing, devious, nothing derogatory about Caribbean Galaxy. The only reason now something is being alleged because the government changed. The government changed. You have to find something on Philip J. Pierre because he banged you something or whatever on the 26th of July. So you have to come back at him, Caribbean Galaxy is currently continuing with its construction of the Canal Resort and is also part of the government's CIP infrastructure program. There you are, There you are. Your CIP at the time told you that allegations of essentially the same nature which are being resurrected now by Philip Martinez and yourself, the way you all have jumped on the Martinez bandwagon, that they found nothing to support these allegations, that they did not hold water, Now is Nestor Alfred. You should have said from the beginning that our head of CIP at the time said they found nothing derogatory. Why are you pushing that narrative now? Anyway, enough said on that. He tying up himself. He falling over himself. He's stumbling over his own words because the facts do not square with what either Chastney or Martinez are alleging and are asserting. I said I have a guest. The reason why I'm talking so much is back. My guest was supposed to come after the 1 p.m. ad break, but she decided, boy, she come in because she just over there. You know, I'm really happy today because I've been trying for some time, as I think she will bear me out, that the Prime Minister's Press Secretary, Miss Melissa Paul, has finally, not she's accepted, she always accepted, but something always kept coming in the way she always intended to come, but she's finally made it and is in studio with me as our guest today. Melissa, it's a pleasure, it's an honor, it's been
Shelton.
a long time. Yes?
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a long time coming.
For sure, for sure.
Like you said, I can concur. I should have been here a long time ago, but due to unfortunate circumstances, it was not possible. But I am here now. And Shelton, thank you so much.
Yes. Melissa, please, I'm so overjoyed to have you that I didn't construct a list of anything that I wanted. I just figured, you know, the press secretary is here. She knows what her talking points and what her information that she wants to share is. So I'm pretty much going to leave you ad libitum, as we say, on the real issues, because I know you can only bring forth real issues.
Okay. So today I am here to discuss some really significant developments in the education sector. Why, you may say, why did I choose to speak on education for my first show? I believe, and it is also the government's belief, that education is one of the means to, it's one of the ways to combat poverty, right? An educated person is an empowered person. And going through the government's portfolio on the education policies, I'm seeing that it is profound. Profound, why? Because I used to be, well, I am still a regular person, and I know of many regular individuals, normal individuals, who are brilliant, Shelton, but they do not have the means to go to university, because financing is often a barrier to tertiary education. As you know, it is very expensive.
Yes.
This government has put forward many people first policies in that sector. Also, not just for people who desire to go to school, but also for teachers. They've put in place policies that benefit teachers. Teachers from preschoolers to high school teachers. Also, this government in this budget year will also put financing in place. The financing is already in place for us to make our students more comfortable, to rehabilitate our schools. But first I want to...
What areas of comfort are we looking at? The furniture, the ventilation, I don't know, I'm just thinking.
Okay, this financial year, 16 schools from across the country will get some attention. They will be rehabilitated, refurbished. Approximately $22 million has been put aside for that issue, for that purpose. But I will tell you more.
Generally making them more comfortable.
More comfortable.
And things like overcrowding and whatever will not be issues, and so on. The furniture, I guess, all of that will be looked at. Okay.
Yes.
Comprehensive.
During the weather system breach, a few schools got damaged as well.
I remember that.
These monies will also go towards fixing those schools. But I will update you as things progress.
No problem.
Okay. In terms of tertiary education, the government has put a few initiatives in place that will enable people, especially people from marginalized circumstances. You know, we're not a rich country. And a lot of people in our society, they desire to go to school, but they can't. So this government has realized that education is the key to combat poverty. And one of those such initiatives is the UniPass. It's an initiative actioned by the Ministry of Education, where individuals who are already at university encounter hardship. I used to be one of those individuals. You can't pay your rent. You're not sure of where you're going to get monies to to pay for transportation to take you to campus. The Unipass grants facility is aimed at combating all of those issues. Individuals who are currently pursuing their first degree, if you encounter any of those circumstances, you can contact the Ministry of Education, HRD department. A maximum of $10,000 is available
per person.
Per person, depending on your circumstances. There is a committee. The committee meets and they determine how much based on their standards.
Needs assessment.
It needs assessment, exactly.
Right. And this money, just to be clear, maybe you don't have all that information, is not necessarily money they will put in your hand. It's money that they will use to pay whatever you require, the fees for you, whatever.
I'm not sure how it is actioned.
Disbursed.
Yes, but persons can contact the Ministry of Education for more information.
All right.
Also, students who have gotten accepted into university for a first degree, that's important because it's only for first degrees, and they need to, it's in a foreign place and you need to get a visa. Contact the Ministry of Education, they will help with that. Monies for you to attain the visa, your travel expenses to get the visa. It covers situations like that.
So they're not leaving you to basically have to be groping your way through this thing and so on. They're going to be helping you at every step of the way in terms of getting the kind of support that you need. All right, this is very good.
This initiative is very close to my heart because when I was in university, I encountered difficulty and I saw a lot of difficulty around me. Students who were going through difficulty and they had no means of, coming out of it.
They didn't have to drop out because
yes,
of that,
the Unipass will enable you to continue your degree instead of having to just drop out. I think this is important because an educated population is an empowered population. You educate a man and you enable him to assist his family. You contribute to national development. Right?
And I was just saying to, basically education and by association human resource development is one of the key drivers of economic development. So we talk about economic development, we talk about sustainable development. All of those things, they revolve around education and human resource development. I think they've been underemphasized, underappreciated in our society, and I believe when that kind of support, I think it will say to people, this is very important. If not, the government would not be investing.
Exactly.
That kind of,
Because we think about roads, we think about buildings, but we never think of developing our national resource, our human resource, our investing in human capital.
Indeed.
Yes, another such initiative.
Tell you what, can we talk about the initiative on the other side of this break? Let's take a break. It's 1 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go for a break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion. Happily, I announce and I repeat, for the first time in studio, the Prime Minister's press secretary is here with us, Miss Melissa Paul. You really don't want to miss what's next when we come back.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluffs. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's ginger turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea, and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway. Call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
Live streaming has become one of the best ways to connect the funeral of a loved one with friends and family, both local and international. NBC Television will live stream your funerals on television and Facebook at a reasonable rate. With our state-of-the-art equipment, you can be assured that the quality of your funeral will be to your satisfaction. Call our office now and book your obituary and streaming with us. 758-453-7458.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay By Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Big issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Big issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
Live streaming has become one of the best ways to connect the funeral of a loved one with friends and family, both local and international. NBC Television will live stream your funerals on television and Facebook at a reasonable rate. With our state-of-the-art equipment, you can be assured that the quality of your funeral will be to your satisfaction. Call our office now and book your obituary and streaming with us. 758-453-7458.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man,
Real
the
Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, on Real FM Radio, NBC Television, and Facebook Live. my very special guest in studio, the Prime Minister's Press Secretary, Miss Melissa Paul. Let me just take a minute or two to acknowledge some of those who are with us. Dr. Alison Jean, always a pleasure knowing that you are keeping us company. And she says, good afternoon, Shelton. The sound is extremely choppy on the television. So we hope that our techs, if indeed it's a problem with us, it may not be, that they can resolve it and so on. As you know, we have to depend on the service provider to journey us, into your living room or wherever else that you are. Terence Fennell, retired principal of the Babonneau Secondary School, says, I sit on the Unipass committee, a labor of love, gratis, service to the country. If I get a chance, I will call. As you know, we always look forward to that, Mr. Fennell. And Leo Luis says, I would like to know what's in place for children with disability, children with wheelchairs and walkers. The lack of accessibility features at most of our schools, specifically the absence of ramps, significantly hinders the ability of disabled children to move about freely and safely. Some schools are demanding that parents pay a caretaker to help their children move around. So I don't know if that's something Melissa can, comment on, but I'll leave that to her.
Well, Shelton, I could say this. Right now, we have a newly appointed minister, Honorable Jeremiah Norbert. And as you know, one of his portfolios is disability. He's a minister for disability.
Yes.
So I'm sure in due course that this is one of the things we will address.
Okay.
And my office will be happy to provide the information.
Okay. All right, Rihani Isidore is announcing to the whole world that the press secretary is live on The Real Issues. Thank you very much for that, Riani. Others are saying that they just learned. Well, I won't comment any further on that. By the way, we apologize for the sort of lengthy commercial break that we had. We needed to attend to some in-house matters that propped up during that time, so we apologize. But the press secretary will pick up from where she left off.
Yes. Before we went to break, I spoke about the Unipass, but we're going to move on to another initiative. And this initiative is very close to the Prime Minister's heart, and his cabinet of ministers concur that it is wise for every household to have a university graduate. And this policy is called the One University per Household initiative, and it is actioned via the HRD department in collaboration with Monroe College. So basically, 50 candidates every year who has never had a university graduate in their family can qualify for a scholarship. It's called the First Generation Monroe College Scholarship. And the HRD department and Monroe College, they conduct their vetting process to ensure that indeed you are the first university graduate, or you are the first university person to go to university in your household. We do background checks, etc.
Okay.
So this policy is very close to the Prime Minister's heart, because again, he believes that education can be the key to eradicating or reducing poverty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so when you have a university graduate in a household, that is a significant asset. That is a potential game-changing asset that can be leveraged. It's a human investment that can really, change things, really for persons of that household by association, in addition to being an inspiration, to others in the household, to aspire for a higher education and the human resource development and all the advantages that have clearly been shown that can arise out of that kind of, investment in people.
Yes, I've heard of many stories where people come from not the best circumstances. They've been to university, they come back and they take care of their family, improve things economically.
Indeed.
So I really believe this is one of the programs I'm as well really believe in.
Okay. All right. Like I said, don't wait on me to ask you questions, anything that you want to bring out and so on. I leave that up to you. Miguel Favrier, good afternoon to you. He says, Shelton, you are right. His diction, his delivery, his appearance. Kudos, Jaquan. So Miguel is giving you a big up there for your performance last night presenting the NBC Prime Evening News. I think we'll see him again tonight, and as long as he's capable of doing it. Don't fool yourself. I was reliably informed that the former CABSEC, Ben Emmanuel, was at pains getting Allen to read and sign stuff on his desk. Mate was a disaster. There was a serious backlog of items in his dips while he played Chassanosa Blanc in color. And then Miguel adds, bananas. Yeah, he never says banan. It's banans. It's savans. I do hope that he doesn't get into, because Diga is part of his constituency, is part of Miku South. Well, there's a Diga in Choiseul also, but I do hope that he doesn't pronounce his Diga as Duga, and the other people who picking it up. We have to stop this. The Marigot, the T is silent, just like we learned, I think, finally, not to say Grozilet or Grozilet and so on. It's Grozile. It's not Miku, it's Miku. Let us be St. Lucians. We can't be, if I happen to say something about Edinburgh, somebody will be quick to tell me, oh, this is Edinburgh, somebody will be quick to tell me about, something in the United States to pronounce it well, but here in St. Lucia, we have no respect for our pronunciations. That's an aside, sorry. Another person, I can almost feel the frustration in his message. The same BS. It's worse today, the breaking up in the transmission. Nothing on Facebook. He indicates that he's messaging us from the south, from VF4. The breaking up is really annoying. A lot of important points being lost. Makes no sense. I rather suspect this would be something with his service, his reception, his internet service where he is. Because generally people are, we have these little complaints from time to time, but overall people seem to be saying that they're okay with what is coming through. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Victor Girard, a retired former cabinet secretary and also a former controller of customs. He says, do you think he can do that? He's a purveyor of mischief, vindictiveness, mischief information, disinformation, demolition of humans and infrastructure. He's a master at his craft and nothing productive. And we know who he's talking about. What he should be doing as leader of the opposition. And there is a wealth and an abundance of information that is available to and accessible to the leader of the opposition. Mr. Shastney does not seem to be availing himself of that. He seems to be running all over the place following something he reads in Trinidad Guardian or somebody filing a lawsuit against St. Lucia, and he's all up, jubilant about it and so on. How can you love St. Lucia and you're happy when those kind of things happen to us? You believe these things will earn you brownie points that will carry you back into office or so on? Fat chance. Yeah, right. Wait. To win an election on the basis of that. The people are listening, the people are watching, and the people not stupid to see who for us. Y'all can play Moggy over and over. When will we see them guys here for we? The people seeing who not for them, who happy at the prospect of St. Lucia getting a callot or a block, So somebody say they're going to sue us. Ooh, Philip Jepian, they're going to go. You're not thinking it's St. Lucia that's been affected, but there's nothing in this thing. It will peter out, like they say in St. Lucia in the Creole, if you can understand, Mr. Chastney. Ça oblige passer en rien. Ça va passer en rien. Now, Miss Paul is there. Let me see what else they have there that other people perhaps want to comment on. So, Miss Paul, are you okay with what you came here to deliver?
Yes, I'm fine, but there's another initiative I want to make public. It's coming on stream soon, but Prime Minister did make the announcement in Parliament when they debated. So the government has guaranteed a loan from SLDB. And the purpose of that loan is to make available financing to individuals who have been accepted to a credible university, but they are high achievers as well, but they're not able to afford. So what the government has done is to put that facility at the St. Lucia Development Bank, or SLDB, and those individuals could go there to apply. I think the most significant aspect of this initiative is that no collateral is necessary. We all know of a brilliant individual who is not able to go to school. They have no nenen, they have no power.
Right.
Their parents cannot afford a deposit, they cannot put down any collateral. So taking this into consideration, the government has decided to put that facility in SLDB. So individuals who qualify can apply. I think this is also a brilliant initiative.
Excellent.
Because in St. Lucia, we have a lot of people, many people, who just cannot afford to go to university, even if they have the mental capacity to do so.
They believe that they can't even afford to dream of it, because
Exactly.
they're already-
So
when you create
this
the
is
means for
restoring
them-
hope.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, even if they have to go back to a small house, to a cramped CDC apartment, but at least they are put in the position where they dare to dream, they dare to believe, that they can make something of themselves, that they can make a difference to their lives, to the lives of their mother, who works so hard for them like a single parent, that, okay, today we have to, endure whatever this or that, but at least I have access. I was able to get a foot into the door of a college, of a university, and then, to begin to turn things around. So that's good to give people hope and to show them that it isn't because of their circumstances in life that they are not good enough to be given an opportunity, to be given a chance. That is the sort of thing. When people down, is like in the past, you down, is down, you have to stay. We keeping you down. The dog is down, you kick it instead of you try to help it. Philip J. Pierre is trying to lift up people who live in Moon, to raise their standard, to give them an opportunity, while other people are running around trying to see all kinds of mischief that they can stoke and concoct and cook up against their country and so on. Can you imagine that?
Imagine, Shelton,
that?
those things are happening and no one is promoting it. We tend to want to destroy our very own society.
Yes.
Let's not focus on the negative. Let's not focus on the lies. Let's focus on what we're doing, what we're achieving. How can we better our country? How can we spread the news? How can we spread the good news to individuals who may not know about what is happening in this country that can benefit them?
Yes.
Why are we spreading lies?
Indeed. Has Emilian left? And I think they're talking about Nathaniel Emilian, who was the former anchor for our evening news. Yes, he has left, at least for now. He's not with us. It is very bad today, and today I am seeing the press secretary for the first time. Awa, smooth sailing yesterday. Jaquan without your locks, somebody is saying. It's a while he doesn't have the locks and so on, but even if he had the locks, he would still look great on the TV. But this is contradicted by another person who says, I am on Facebook and the service is excellent. So, we get, reports that conflict with one another in terms of what the reception. Once you're on Facebook and a lot of the other means that you get us online and all of that, you have to expect that the quality of the internet signal is going to affect the reception that you get. Senator Lisa Jawai sends us perhaps what will turn out to be the most welcome message. She says, good interview so far. Okay, so we're going to keep it great, Lisa. Thank you very much.
Hi, Lisa.
For letting us know that you think highly of it. Lisa was, of course, with us yesterday in the studio, and we got no shortage of plaudits for that program that we had yesterday. We tend to always do very well as a double barrel. And mostly the supporting act. People tend to tune in mostly whenever she's around for Lisa. Her intelligence, how she articulates things, her passion, her energy, and so on. And something else which I won't mention that they tend to tune into, especially that Miguel. He's always tuned in, but he's always rarely. Terence Fenelon too, but he's a Guanum, so I won't give away what he had to say. Folks, Miss Paul will probably be leaving us in a short while. She's already exceeded the time that she said. So
yes,
we're gonna.
Before I leave,
before
I leave Shelton,
yes,
I'd like to highlight some announcements that the Prime Minister made in his 2024-2025 budgets. If you're listening, especially teachers, if they were listening, they would hear that the Prime Minister and his cabinet has decided to give a lump sum of $2,500 to 93 registered pre-K institutions, or what we call preschools, right? And
$2,500.
A lump sum, a one-time lump sum of $2,500 each.
So 93.
And this is geared towards purchasing school supplies for students.
That's some good.
Bettering the learning environment,
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What would they expect to accomplish by receiving this money? Can you shed any insight in that?
Well, if I were a preschool teacher, I would use that money to purchase school material to improve my school.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the aim of the $2,500.
That's more than $230,000 by my reckoning. 93 multiplied by 2.5 that gives you $232,500. That's
And this will happen soon.
yes, that's some good money, and that's coming on the backs of the assistance that you gave to the banana farmers who were affected by the boxes and by the losses that they suffered and so on. 200 and almost 50 banana farmers, each one getting, $1,000 and so on. These kinds of assistance that you are giving to people all the time. It's not just for the sake of handouts. Folks, there is no election around the corner on the horizon that you can say is votes that Philip J. Pierre is trying to buy or this kind of thing. This is happening midterm. It has been happening before midterm and so on. This is a serious focus on giving people a little helping hand, to hold their hands, to help them, because it's all right to say you're fostering dependency syndrome and all these sorts of things, but when people are starting not just at zero but at less than zero, based upon their needs, based upon their commitments, based upon the things that they have to handle, and they're already starting from below the 0 point and so on, just for them to get to zero is impossible. Just the fight, the hand to mouth, scraping by to survive and to get by, to get food, to pay your electricity bill, for them not to cut your water and so on. That makes it impossible for you to do. You're like a dead person.
And Shelton,
yes,
they call these kind of support handouts, but to the individuals who receive the support, it is relief.
Yes,
it is hope.
Indeed.
So unless you're in the situation, you would not. Some people would not understand.
Right. Yeah. So I'll repeat the point. It's clearly not electioneering. There is no election around the corner. There is no anything. And how do we know that? Because the Prime Minister has said that, St. Jude Hospital has to be finished before the next election. Richard Frederick has said, if they don't finish St. Jude before this term is over, he's not running elections again. It's something he know, because he don't look like a man who want to go anywhere. He enjoys serving and representing people. Our year of infrastructure is on. You believe we're going to do anything about electioneering before you see things proper where our infrastructure is concerned, not just the roads, but other aspects of infrastructure as well? So this putting people first that some people have been trying to ridicule, they're trying to create their hashtags, putting you worse and all this kind of thing. Tell me how those initiatives, the housing support, the income support, the whatever support, the small enterprise, MSME support,
Fuel rebate to fishers,
all these things, the rebates, the subsidies, on fuel.
And remember,
yes,
last year teachers received an increase in the material allowance from 800 to 600.
Right.
So every teacher
from 800 to
1400,
okay,
an increase of 1600.
Okay.
And I was a teacher back then. I received it.
Okay.
So I can tell you that teachers were very happy, and they anticipated, when the announcement was made, they anticipated that increase.
Okay.
So I know that teachers are being taken care of in this administration as well.
Right. So everywhere you turn, it is some kind of support that is happening. So tell me how you can ever justify that hashtag about putting people worse. You have to remove this thing because it's not making sense. It does not square with the reality. Nobody believes this kind of thing. It's all part of, we only know how to be an opposition by fomenting mischief. It is not resonating with people. It's clearly not sticking. It's clearly not gathering legs and so on. So now you have to come back and contradict your own self about Galaxy. You're going to contradict yourself on other things. Don't you worry. You must come to the point of the confessional and speak the truth when it becomes too overwhelming for you to do otherwise. Anyway, folks, let's say thanks once again to the Prime Minister's Press Secretary, Miss Melissa Paul. I don't know if there's anything further. If you, as I talk, other things come to your mind.
There are other things.
So what do you want to go already for?
I never asked you to leave. We're not leaving.
Okay, all right. You're not leaving. So we'll take a break. And when we come back, we'll open the phone lines for calls and we'll intersperse that with whatever else that Miss Melissa Paul wants to talk about. You see, she took so long to come here that now that she's there, she realized how nice it is. She realized how good it is that she don't want to go. So that means we won't be having much trouble having her here once again. Although I suspect these guys, Yadi and Jaim and so on, when you see they'll hear you there, your phone will never stop ringing. They'll try to get you on Zafeno as well. So you better brush up on your Koyol because you're going to be in great demand. This is The Real Issues. As you can tell, I'm enjoying myself today, especially because of who is my guest who's staying with us right until the end. Don't go away. The telephone lines will be yours when we come back.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatments that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild, the power to heal, the future of pain relief.
Live streaming has become one of the best ways to connect the funeral of a loved one with friends and family, both local and international. NBC Television will live stream your funerals on television and Facebook at a reasonable rate. With our state-of-the-art equipment, you can be assured that the quality of your funeral will be to your satisfaction. Call our office now and book your obituary and streaming with us. 758-453-7458.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi bus stop, opposite the Grosile bus stop. Prio's Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Yes, the best a man can get.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with big issues. Big issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Thank you so much.
The
Issues on this Wednesday, the 5th of June 2024. My guest, very special, my first time guest on this program, the press secretary to the Prime Minister, Miss Melissa Paul, in studio with us. The telephone lines now open for your calls. She, of course, has a few other things she would like to talk about, but we are going to mix this up with the calls pretty well, I'm sure. We'll do just fine with that. The WhatsApp mobile number, area code 758, of course, 724-7325. That's 758-724-7325. And you can reach us on the landline 4533-911. We have our first caller. Hold on there just 1 second, caller. Let me apologize profusely to those of you who've been having technical problems. It seemed mostly with the television. We are sorry about that. I'm sure they would do everything to make it right with you. So if they haven't done so, it's because whatever the glitch is, either it's not on our end or they can't do anything from here about it. Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to The Real Issues. Hello? Hello?
How are you, sir?
Hi, caller. Are you there?
I'm there. Always there.
Caller, are you there? Can we use that monitor volume?
Are you hearing me? My word. Are you hearing me, Shelton? I'm there. Oh, my.
Yeah, go ahead, caller. I heard you and then you dipped again.
No, well, I'm trying to maintain my voice level.
Okay, I'm hearing you
speaking
now.
as loud as I can.
I'm hearing you now. Good voice level. Don't go any
Very
higher
good.
than that.
All right. Nice to see your guest on. I'm next to you.
Thank you.
This I suspect.
We work together for a little while.
Okay, all right. Go ahead,
I'm
my
happy
friend.
to see her there. Yeah. Sheldon, you see, when you really think of the Prime Minister and what he does, this man has a heart of gold, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, you hear me? I think we're breaking up.
No, go ahead. I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Yes. Your guest spoke about the Unipass.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure if you take a poll, many people will not know of that agency, sorry about. This is available to people, to our citizens who are studying and who need help. And it just had me thinking that you made a comment, an observation some time ago. And I think this is the time for us to look at that again. We are approaching the third year of that victory. We are in June. The third year is approaching July. I was very happy to see the testimonial that came out of the handing over the check ceremony to the farmers. Did you see that video clip with the lady from? She said she had a farm somewhere by Beglo side there.
Absolutely, the Dwakasing lady.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's her name. I did not want to mispronounce. And to me, that was so effective. That happened quite fast, quite quickly. I would suggest, and I'm piggybacking on what you have said, Shelton, that in all the departments, education, agriculture, coming up to the 4th anniversary, productions like these are made because so much is happening. You cannot just speak about that in about 2 hours. Each department needs to put out what they have done, get the testimonials. You understand? Look, the press secretary is talking about Unipass, and you don't know about that, Shelton? You heard that for the first time, right?
Yes, definitely.
Right. And this one, man, is very impactful. You know, you have so many students who are trying to access tertiary education. Some of them have begun, their studies, and they run into difficulties, and they reach end as to what to do. And here is the Prime Minister, if I had to go, I mean, God sent this man, this man is an angel. He thought of that, he put that in place where there is money. So those students, St. Lucian students, who are encountering problems as they have begun their studies, there is something for them. There's a lifeline that can, at least tie them through for a little while. And hardly anybody knows about that. And these are the little things. It's not just, when we talk about infrastructure, yes, we're building the roads, we're fixing the bridges, we're building the halls of justice. But he's also concerned about the human resource development. And that is not being spoken about often. Nobody knows. We have to correct that. So I'm urging the press secretary and a team, the communications officer for the Labour Party, between now and next month, the end of next month. Yes, we're going to march. We're going to walk with our government. We're going to do that. But we need to release those little things. So in education, the facilities fees, get testimonials, the CXC fees, the impact, get testimonials, and all the other things that are being done in agriculture, in health. Let us do that. So there's a blitz. You understand? We just release so people can see what is happening. So the nonsense and the crapola spoken by the opposition will be null and void. Well, I mean, it doesn't amount to anything yet. But we'll be further putting a nail in the coffin because they have nothing. And PJP, because of his heart of gold, is doing so much. So, Shelton, I want to encourage, let us do that. The press secretary is there. I'm going to encourage her when she goes back to office. Let us put that together. I mean, every department, I think, has a communications team. There is so much, and let us release one by one. So at the end, we have we have videos and we have testimonials like joke, so people can see the impact that all of those things are having. Are you with me?
All right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
To add to address one of the things the caller said, I'd like to, maybe the public is not very aware, but we do have social media. The Prime Minister does have social media where we release testimonials and graphics, information, news regularly. You can go to Office of the Prime Minister St. Lucia on Facebook, or on Instagram, you can go to OPM St. Lucia. You can also go to the Prime Minister's page, Philip G. Pierre.
Okay.
On both social medias.
All right. We have another call on the line. Hi, good afternoon. Real Issues.
Good afternoon, Shelton, and good afternoon, Professor.
Yeah, hello?
First time seeing you.
Yeah,
I would like you, please. It's not much I have to say, but I just want you to come out more often.
No problem.
There's a lot of things that you said there, and I haven't heard about it. And you have all this information. I would like you to come out more often and put it out. Let the nation know as a press PS what the government is doing. We have all the station there. We have NBC, Choice. We have whatever. I mean, come out more often and put all the good things my government is doing as a press secretary. Even press conference, I want you to do with your people you work with. Come out. It's time for you to come out and for people to see you more often. Put our things my government is doing more often. Put it out, please. Thank you very much. That's all I had to say.
Thank you, caller, for your suggestions.
All right. Maybe she should be reporting at least once a week on the many fantastic things my PM is doing. And she does not have to be on the show. Maybe a call. All right. Thank you very much for that suggestion. All right. Someone else sent a voice note, but do we have a caller on? All right. Hi, caller. Good afternoon. The Real Issues. Okay. All right. Okay. So you're here? Sometimes because of the internet aspect of things, it can be a little lagging. It can have a little lag. It can be a little slower and so on.
Okay, so while there's an issue with the calls, there's something I would like to highlight as well. Not all students are academically inclined, and this government recognizes this. This is why 4 secondary schools will be transformed into technical vocational education and Training Institutions, or what is popularly known as TVET. The Stanley John Odlum Secondary School will serve as an Institute of Arts, Media and Design. The Grand Riviere Secondary School will be converted into an Institute for Sustainable Agriculture, Culinary Arts and Entrepreneurial Services. The Urge Secondary School will be the Institute for Engineering and Technology. And finally, the PI Secondary School will serve as the Institute of Construction and Heritage.
Okay.
So you see, we know we have a diverse population. Not everyone is academically inclined, or maybe we are, but that's really not where our interest is.
We
So
might be good with our hands, we might be good tradesmen, we might be good technicians and so on.
And Shelton, I don't know if you realize it, we have a lot of programs about to come on stream. We have infrastructure. And I'm hearing some tradesmen saying that there is a shortage of skilled labor, carpenters, electricians. These schools eventually will solve that issue.
All right, thank you very much for that. We have a call on the line. I think it's connected now. Good afternoon, Real Issues.
Yes, good afternoon, lady and gentlemen. I think the young lady alluded to some website where students who are doing their studies can approach for assistance in financial help. Well, I didn't get the name too well, and I don't mind if she would repeat it again, because like I said, this lady was very on the point. I mean, these are the things that we need to know, because we know we are a small nation, but we are very great when it comes academically. After all, we are the very, very less that have produced 2 Nobel laureates. So, I mean, this is a very plus for our size and our population. So I thought I was able to get the OPM St. Lucia
Okay, to
on
get
Instagram.
more information on what the government is doing, you can go to OPM St. Lucia on Instagram, or if you go into Facebook, Office of the Prime Minister, St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
Yes. And additionally, to get more information on all the policies to increase the odds of people going to. Say that again?
Yeah, go ahead. You know, you kind of talked across her, so she didn't hear you well. Yeah.
Well,
See what you asked again.
Well, and she said something about St. Lucia. I didn't get that site at all.
Of the Prime Minister, St. Lucia, on
The
Facebook.
Prime Minister St. Lucia.
So St. Lucia, you can enter that as a Facebook search, and she's saying.
That's Facebook.
Yeah. Huh?
That's on Facebook.
You don't do Facebook?
Yeah. No, that's not necessarily for me. I'm taking all this information down because, like, you have friends and you have people who are studying and who are going through.
Okay,
some
if it's for
challenges,
the education, information on education, what I just spoke about, you can call the Ministry of Education, the Human Resource Development Department. Okay. And also for the Education Loan Financing Facility, that's for students who are capable but don't have any collateral or deposit to get a regular loan. You can contact the St. Lucia Development Bank.
Yeah. Does that also cover students that overseas studying? Who have
Yes.
begun their studies and
Yes.
they're doing it day to day. Some of them having to work to support themselves on their schooling. Does that also cover that?
Yes, it can.
Okay, thanks.
Please call the Ministry of Education at 468-5200 for more information.
Ministry of Education. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
All right, thank you as well. All right, we have another call on the line. Hi, good afternoon, Real Issues.
Good afternoon, Honorable Senator Shelton Daniel, and to your guest, the Prime Minister's Press Secretary, Ms. Lisa.
Good afternoon, Reverend Deacon Bernard Haynes.
Man, you're making me wanting to pray for the Prime Minister, you know. You want me to take him before the throne of grace, man.
When you want to do that, that is something you must be doing all the time. But first of all, I desire that prayers be made for all men.
I do it in my moment of prayers, like this evening when I have my prayer meeting. I put him on the list for prayer meeting. Every day I go to the throne of grace. I put my Prime Minister before God, you know, because I know God has endowed him with fellowship, with stewardship, and so the group of people that he has with him, that they will come together in unison and do what is best for the country. I know that God has ordered and directed his steps, his mind. God has given him a charge over St. Lucia. Shelton, don't let me start preaching here. But Shelton, I wanted to ask a question. I am not. I am hoping that the viewers will not give me a flack, but will understand. Shelton, I live in New York, and I think I have a list on my phone as to everything the government has done. Now, I'm not saying that the government must not put out what they are doing, or it's being done as solutions want it. But I sometimes wonder, how comes I get to know what the government is doing? How comes I have all of these things, and I still hear people say that they know what the government is doing. I don't know. I want to ask that question because there is so many things.
Let me tell you
I
something. These are weird times we're living in. You have a halls of justice sun turning ceremony. Sun turning ceremony in the middle of Castries. The thing is on television. Richard Frederick streaming it on his usual live. Can I help you? Media are there and everything. And then what you have, the leader of the opposition coming and complain about the secrecy of the halls of justice thing. Nobody knew. The thing was done in the dead of night. All this kind of thing.
I know if not this week, sometime this week or next week, the Miko jet is opening. And I'm still hearing people say there ain't nothing.
Hey, on Friday it's going to open. You will hear about secrecy. You will hear about the World T20 how you call that? The T20 men's T20 tournament and so on. The fellas now saying they know nothing about the money. I was in the Senate when that thing was dealt with. I was on that occasion. I was a temporary. So if it reached the Senate, it must have passed the House. About the money that is being allocated for T20. Oh, they didn't say. They just took a loan for the national lotteries, and from that they'll take the money. But they haven't said. I am sure if you want a breakdown of how money was allocated for each facility, it will be in the estimates. It will be in whatever legislation was passed. But they tell you they know nothing about the cost of it all and all of that.
I know Lily sang Calypso. I know Cornelia's granddaughter sang Calypso. I don't know what people are looking for, who they are listening. Period. I do not go to Alan Shasta's page to see nothing. I do not go to see nothing except when exits have come out in the news. I don't listen to his press conference. So I can't. If he says something today, I can't tell you if he said it today, unless there is a news clip that come out with him saying something. Okay, but I want to see and know what the government is doing. I go to the Prime Minister's Facebook page. I go to the government website. Let me see what has been done. So then I have people, and I'm not boasting about it, I have people from St. Lucia who's calling me and asking me about programs the government is giving. And when I give them information, they tell me, well, that's why we call you the American mayor for St. Lucia. Because I make it my duty to find out, because I do not want people to tell me. That is why I always say, Alan Shapley can't tell me nothing right now that will convince me otherwise of the St. Lucia Labour Party, otherwise of the Prime Minister, because I know everything Alan Shapley is going to tell me is a lie. Because I see the things, I listen to them, I read about it. I think we need to make a better effort about people to find out. People calling me asking about the youth economy. When I tell them who's in charge, what to call, who to call it in, well, we don't know that. I say to them, because you do not want to know. If you wanted to know, you really wanted to be part of it, you would have. But yet still, you know what Alan Shapley said. So I don't know. We are living in a weird world, as you say. But
you know what I'll advise you? You know what I'll advise you? You have to include Alan Shaftney in your prayers. Don't just pray for the Prime Minister. Pray for him. He may not be in power, but he's one of the dignitaries of our country. And so as 1 Timothy chapter 2 begins, therefore I exhort, first of all, that supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men. All right? For kings and all who are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and reverence. For this is good and acceptable in the sight of God our Savior. Okay? So pray for Alan
I will tell God sometimes. I know that blindness is abomination unto the Lord. And that God abhor anyone who lies. That they will not have any part. And I do not want to see that no man enter the fire of hell because he is lying so much, And so, yes, I do pray for him. I do pray that he will always speak truth and have a loving for the country as he claimed that the country is where he's from, he's part of it. He wants to lead the people. So have that love for the country. You know, I pray God that will change his heart out of that recklessness that he is going about with his life, lying and misinformation and you know, the way that he look at the country and that he will work. Because I always consider him as part of the government, being the leader of the opposition. So I do not want to say that I'm praying for one and not praying for one, but I'm praying that he will become the best. Although he has a pastor who's heading one of his programs, and I say, my God, sometimes when I listen to the pastor himself, or so-called pastor, let me see, you know, sometimes I wonder why this guy is not really going to talk to the opposition leader and tell the opposition leader, please, lying lips is abomination unto the Lord. You know, seek first the truth before you start speaking. You know, but anyway, Shelton, it is nice to have your press secretary with you this afternoon. I know Miguel probably waiting to call because, you know, these are the times Miguel call. My father, I can't wait to meet him one day. I can't wait. I cannot wait to meet Miguel one day.
Okay, all right, Bernard. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it. All right.
Yes.
All right, it's that time where, you know, a couple of minutes for you to wrap up. I think we have to cap the calls now, Jaquan. Do we have any on the line presently?
No.
Okay, we have one. Let's take the last one and then, you know, we'll
Man, Bernard owes me 2 minutes. Good afternoon, Shelton. Good afternoon, Melissa.
So Bernard knows you so
and
well.
Jaquan.
Bernard knows you so well. Go ahead.
He owes me about maybe 5, but just quickly, and you know, he brought up a point I wanted to say. This whole thing we bring up about the opening of the halls of justice and the statements made by the opposition that the media was not invited. I blame nobody but the media, because there's no way I'll sit down in a press conference and you have them saying that, and I know I was there, and don't challenge them. Number one. Number two is, Melissa, it's good to see you and have you there. I really hope we see you more often. I just want to correct you on something, and I think it's a peeve of mine. I detest the term academically inclined, because ultimately, invariably, that every subject you do, no matter how technical it is, there's a method. There is an element of academics. Whether you are a carpenter, you're in carpentry. There's mathematics. There's trigonometry. There's geometry. I don't think that we should call it academically inclined, because there's still a level of, discrimination when you look at it that way, because it to some it suggests that you're not bright enough, so you're not academically inclined. But all in all, I like the whole idea, like I said before, of us moving more towards including more technical vocational schools and training, because we do know that people have various skill sets. People are I will not say inclined, but people have an affinity for various other fields, and I think it's a really good idea. But I hope, as this is only one step in the advancement of our educational system, where we see more specialization at the secondary school level towards the sciences, the arts at different schools. Finally, just on that same point of education, I also wanted to point out that, like Terry called earlier and said, the fact that you have the Prime Minister and the government supporting people who are doing higher study, higher learning, and are unable to meet their commitments for one reason or the other. This in itself, people will not understand, but this is also part of the Prime Minister's move to have one university graduate per household. Whether it is, people figure it's, the government is giving them money, we're going to send them to university, and they're saying that it might be an idea they're giving labor people only. It's not this. It is that the Prime Minister, by any which way necessary, ensuring that our people, the human resource, the most valuable resource in any country, you cannot develop your country if you don't develop your people. He is ensuring, and the government of Sinusha ensuring, that these things are taken care of. Thank you, Shelton. Thank you, Melissa. And again, Melissa, I hope I see more of you.
All right.
Miguel.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Miguel. Okay, Jaquan, where are we now with the lotto coming up? Is it creeping up on us? What's that? 1 minute to wrap up.
Yes. Thank you so much for embracing me. I felt very welcome on the show, Shelton.
Okay.
I just want to make one point, that the government is dedicated to promoting education as a right and not as a privilege. And it is also dedicated to unlocking the full potential of its citizens. After all, our human resource is the most important tool in the development of our country. And the government will continuously look at initiatives to assist individuals of all aptitudes.
All right. Thank you very much, Melissa Paul, Press Secretary to the Prime Minister. Thanks, Jaquan. Thank you very much, everyone. God willing, let's do this again tomorrow, same time, 12:30 to 2. The Real Issues. Shelton Daniel signing out.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Big issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin
6 11 18. Big 4 0 2 1 7. Big 4 multi-X 2X. Pick 2 8 6. Pick 2 multi-X 2X. 1 off 9 1 4. Lucky 3 3 9 2. Lucky 3 multi-X 2X.
Now back to our regularly scheduled
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues.